these wires go up there to the nozzle, to the heater bands that heat up the barrel and the nozzle as the plastic goes through the barrel and gets injected into the mold. And this right here is called Purge. This is actually a cleaning compound that they use to get old plastic out of the in between the flights and the screw that rides inside the barrel when they purge out old material to clean it. And what had happened is there was a bunch of this purge at the end, at that nozzle tip, at the end of the barrel, and somebody ran the barrel into the mold. This gets moved forward into that port there, and fired up the machine and ran it. And all of this purge got hot and melted around these wires. So I'm going to attempt to cut this excess and try to salvage this wire harness. Alright, this one was fairly easy. There's a lot of shielding around this wire, a lot of additional insulation to protect it from the heat, because straight up there that barrel is 500 degrees. So this one here, this is going to be a little bit trickier. Let me see what I can do. I think if I pry it right here, I can maybe crack this and separate it. Alright, so I used some smaller diagonal cutters and was simply able to grip it, twist it, and pry it away from this purge material. This is called ASSA Clean. This is what we use to get the old material out of the barrel if they're going to change material. But even though that's a little bit frayed and whatnot, I've seen them look worse around here. So this should be just fine, and the machine should run just fine. Something you can do, which is a small pair of diagonal cutters. ASSA Clean. Here's the safety data sheet for it. And this is what it looks like. Looks like our plastic pellets, but it's more abrasive, kind of like scouring powder for the screw in the barrel. Here you can see a screw that's outside of the machine. I'm pointing at the flights on the screw. The voids between the flights are where the plastic travels as it melts and the screw rotates to get down to the end to inject into the mold. The ASSA Clean will get into these voids and it will scrub out the plastic material so that you can do a material change without any cross-contamination. Here you can see the nozzle, and here You see the wiring for the heater bands that keep the nozzle hot while the plastic's flowing through it at the end of the barrel. Screws in there. And here you can see these wires. Somebody had done the same thing. They got some Purge material all over the wires. They probably had the nozzle too far in, too close, and the Purge material had nowhere to go. And now it's caked on, baked on the wire, the insulation for the wire, but the heater bands are still functional.